First off, I just wanted
Turn it on, Pat.
Hello? Alright, first off, I just wanted to thank everybody that played a role in making tonight possible, especially Mr. and Mrs. Guido. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it just feels like the perfect setting for the special night for Kevin and Jeff. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little more nervous and a lot more sober than I was hoping to be at this juncture in the evening. But we're trying not to recreate the last wedding we were all at together. My mom's wedding 6 years ago, at which by the end of the reception, Kevin was puking out the back door, and I was on the dance floor without a shirt on. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kevin's younger brother, Pat. We're 16 months apart, although that did absolutely nothing to keep my mom from dressing us as identical twins until we were 9 years old. And I'm not talking we just wore the same shirt. I mean matching chili bowls, turtlenecks, overalls, and saddle shoes on a daily basis. Growing up with an older brother so close to you is awesome, but having a younger brother is annoying and exhausting. But Kevin did take pleasure at times in manipulating me to do stupid stuff. When we were real young, we went to Shoe Carnival with our mom. She was probably looking for a matching pair of kids for me and Kevin. But we were wandering the aisles, and Kevin just says, you know, I dare you to spit in that shoe. I wanted Kevin to think I was cool, so without hesitation, I immediately hawked a loogie. And I really didn't think much more of it until Kevin could not stop laughing. And as we're walking out, my mom says, Kevin, what's so funny? He says, nothing. Kevin, I'm going to ask you one more time, what's so funny? He says, Pat spit in his shoe. Now, most normal mothers would have probably spanked me or put me in timeout when we got home, but she grabbed me in Kevin's arms and walked us right back in there. We had to apologize to the manager to his face. As we continued to grow up, Kevin and I got closer and closer. Part of that was due to the fact that we had bunk beds until we were 19 years old. But one of the best parts about having a brother so close to you in age is the fact that we got to play on a lot of the same teams together. And one special game I remember vividly was when we were 15, 16 years old, and we were playing in a tournament, and Kevin was pitching, and I was playing catcher. My dad actually was the head coach at the time. And Kevin started getting hit around a little bit in the fourth inning, probably because my dad threw him 120 pitches the day before and brought him back on 10 hours rest. But there's a kid in the dugout that just won't shut his mouth on the other team. And he's not saying anything vulgar, but you know, he's basically doing like softball chants, and I can tell Kevin's getting frustrated because I'm getting frustrated watching him. So finally this kid comes up to bat, and I call timeout and go talk to him on the mound. And I say, look, man, we're already down 5 runs at this point. You know, this is the kid that won't shut his mouth in the dugout. Kevin says, okay. So I walk back. First pitch Kevin throws is literally 15 feet high on the backstop, 10 feet behind this kid. And I just asked the umpire for another ball, so he has to walk back and get it. And Kevin comes all the way up to the batter's box and gets in this kid's face and he says, you better stay in there and take this next one. The next pitch, Kevin literally just throws a rocket off this kid's back. And the kid turns around to the umpire and says, he just told me he was going to hit me. And the umpire started to piece things together. And he called us all out to the mound, my dad included, and he basically was saying that if we ever did something like that again, we wouldn't be able to play anymore. After high school, Kevin and I went our separate ways. I went to Mizzou and he went to U of I, which is where he met Jess. So unfortunately, I didn't get to be part of the courtship. But I do remember that when I met Jess at Kevin's graduation, I knew that she was going to be really special, immediately. And not just because she's beautiful and funny and smart, and because Kevin's ex-girlfriends were the absolute pits. But because I could tell that she genuinely made Kevin extremely happy. Jess is wonderful to be around. She brings a smile to everybody's face. A couple of years ago, I went up to Chicago to visit Kevin and Jess, and they never ever made me feel like the third wheel. And we went out. We had a few drinks, and we went to go grab breakfast at like 2 in the morning. And this was like right after the movie The Town came out. So me and Kevin were really into doing Boston accents, like all the time, never dropped them. So we're sitting at the table, and I'm like, hey, what'd you order? He's like, what do you mean what I ordered? I got an omelet sitting right in front of me. I'm like, yeah, I see your omelet. He's like, I got an omelet in front of me too. He's like, I ain't got no chicken in my omelet. He's like, you ain't got no chicken in your omelet? I'm like, yeah, there's not a single chicken in my omelet. And he calls over the waitress, he's like, hey, sweetheart, we got a problem over here. My brother's got no chicken in his omelet. And we look over, and Jess is in tears. And we were like, we thought something was wrong. So we were like, Jess, what's the matter? And she's like, you guys are being so mean to the waitress. But in all seriousness, Jess, getting to know you over the past couple of years has been a pleasure. You've felt like family for several years now, and I'm so happy to officially welcome you into the family. Kevin, you've been the best brother and best friend I could ever ask for, but you're an even better person. I will never be more proud of anything than being able to call you my older brother. So, I have nothing but happiness to wish to both of you. I'm so happy that we get to spend time together. So, you guys want to raise your glass to Kevin and Jess.